Welcome, everybody. What is going on here? Can you hear me? Yeah, I can hear you. There we go. Welcome, everybody. It's been a minute. The episode something, I don't even know, of the Lifted, Lowered, and Confused podcast. Yeah, we're like in an interrogation room, according to Trent.
We got no mics. Turn our mics up.
We got no mics.
Oh, man.
Jesus.
It's been a minute.
It's been a minute, obviously.
It's been a minute. Here we go.
Check. I got nothing.
Sure you do.
I can hear you.
Jamming on the one, jamming on the one.
Voice of an angel.
Here we go.
Check. Yeah, really nothing still, but
You'll be all right.
You'll do.
be all right.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Come to you live from a trench in Korea.
Yeah.
We got one standalone light.
One sad light on a battery that hopefully lasts this entire podcast.
We found shelter.
Yes, we found shelter.
If this is our last episode, tell everyone our story.
My shop is finally up, somewhat. 4 walls anyway, and a roof and a slab.
It passed all the permits are cleared. So.
Permits are clear.
Good,
Permits
we're
are
good.
clear.
This is a shop.
Hashtag started from the bottom.
Now we're here.
We're only
Still kind of at the bottom.
this podcast is coming in a month late because everybody died after our trip essentially.
That's true. We got back from LA and Vegas. Then the Rona struck.
The corona, the flu, double pink eye. We'll let you guess who that was.
Yeah. So
I got a case of the pinkness.
Got it in both eyes.
yeah. But we're back, and we're here to recap. Man, I guess we'll start from the beginning, right? L.A. We flew into
The LA
L.A.
trip.
first.
Yep.
That was a good time. We caught up with Harlod. Everybody remembers Harlod.
How can you forget him?
He moved to Houston. We had a layover in Houston. He joined us there, and then joined us on the trip.
Yep. Showed us his fresh set of swangers. On his Lincoln.
He has not gone down that path, thankfully.
Yet.
Shopping Vogues.
But
It's coming. I have faith in Harlot.
No. So Vegas, what in L.A.? What do we do in L.A., man? Well, let's see. We got to think. 'Cause it's been a
Our
minute.
first stop was Felix, was it not?
Felix. Sidetrack. The Struggle Bus 3000.
Yo,
so we
that right rear wheeldo. That right rear wheeldo.
So we had what, 9 people?
9 people, so we got a 15-passenger van.
Yes, to accommodate the 9 of us. And I will say, if anybody's ever dealt with the rental program at LAX there, where they shuttle you to, that's a nightmare. Dude, 2 hours in line.
It's like the DMV.
It was terrible.
It was awful.
And then they gave us this terribly underpowered transit van.
You felt necessary to beat the yes out of him.
Listen, it was everything I could do to do the speed limit in that thing.
There was a couple times where I don't think we were doing the speed limit. Uphill, you had it floored.
I gave
the
it
van
the
was
beans.
like, no. That's it, baby.
As
That
the
thing
kids,
was
as
just
the kids
screaming.
would
I'm
say.
like, how many RPMs? It was like 9 grand.
All of them. I gave it all of them.
I'm about 98% confident the overdrive did not work in that van.
Not by the time we were done with
What
it.
gear are we in? I don't know, but it's screaming.
One
We're
of
in
them.
all the gears. They're just finding the fuse taking over.
So anyway, we dealt with that ordeal 2 hours to get this Struggle Bus 3000, and we drove to Felix.
Was Felix the first stop? I think it was.
I think it was. We drove to Felix.
Felix is a active dealership.
It's an active dealership.
The oldest Chevrolet dealership in the United States.
Oh wow!
So it was like going back to work for me.
Yeah, for you.
Flew all the way out there just to go to work.
But for me, it's been around since like 1921, 1922. Yeah. Iconic through the 50s and 60s. Anybody who knows anything about lowriders has seen the Felix Cat on every Impala, every Bel Air. That was one of my one things I wanted to hit up. So
Yeah,
we did
a couple of you guys got shirts and plate frames and stuff to put on there. And
Yeah. So
it was
wanted
cool.
to be
It was
able
cool
to
to
say,
see, and they still have all the
what the
original
fuck is that running at us?
all the original signage. I don't know, but it's leaving.
Is it?
But anyway, they have all the original signage and stuff and murals and stuff out there. So it was cool to see all that aspect of it. But other than that, it's just a
We got some.
it's just a dealership, man.
Outside of that, they had some Camaros
For you, it's a
sale.
Chevy dealership. For me, like I'm into nostalgia. Like,
And
I love.
No, I get it.
just
I
take
get
note.
it.
We went through like straight tourists. We jumped up in the parts department. We jumped up in the
That's true.
parts department about 7, 8 deep, and
Those
said,
poor guys.
"We're just here to look." were from Florida.
They roll their eyes.
And they rolled their eyes, except one dude had like a lowrider shirt on, and he understood what they were there for. All the Chevy fellas.
Yeah.
But, he went straight tourist. I went in there, I'm like, it's a parts department, and I'm like, it's Chevrolet.
They're trying to work and needs.
I got some dude in the
everything.
background like this.
Listen, the customer area is literally like a 10 by 10 little box.
And 7 of our big asses
Of
weaseled
emotions.
up in there.
Yeah.
They were not happy.
But it was cool.
I was happy. I got the plate, the plate and the ring for it, and I can say that we actually got it
At Felix.
at Felix,
I get that.
which a lot of people
And
can't
we
say.
know
that.
that we know some fresh gear that's coming out, hasn't even hit the streets yet.
Yep.
Got some metal plates that they would not sell to us, even if
tried.
we tripled the price.
I dropped $100 bill on the table, and dude's like, "I can't do it." I'm like, "Sure you can. Just
No
come
one
on,
has
dude.
to know. They don't have to know. And he's like, he's gonna know. I'm like, he can catch some money too.
Put an IOU where the plate should be and take this
You guys
$100.
are silly.
to
You
get
guys
the
are
metal
silly
plate.
with
So
Like, I can't do it.
keep your eyes out for that. They're actually dropping metal plate, not just plastic, but metal plates from Felix.
Yeah, you guys got silly with it.
Scott ended up pulling a jacket.
Yeah.
Yeah, the last one.
The last 2X comes out with a official Felix jacket from the Felix parts department. That was awesome.
That was cool. We'll put some pictures of us. Well, me jonesing and geeking out in front of the signs.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, the signs are original, like the 50s and 60s signs.
They did, yeah. I'll give them that.
cool.
That's cool that they still got
was
it.
real
They
cool.
still had them up there.
So
It's awesome. It's wild, man.
Yeah, after Felix, man, we cruised around. What did we do?
Whittier was next.
We went to Whittier.
It's a lot better at
The
2 o'clock in the
daytime.
afternoon than 11:30 at night. I'll say that much.
Yeah, it's a
I wasn't in fear for my life.
Your,
this time.
your level of fear or safety or just the
I was good. I was confident.
listen,
Okay.
We
Other
saw
than
some,
the
we
When
other-
you
saw
say
some
it was a
things
lot
out there.
better, what was a lot better? Your feelings? Like,
Well, the bars weren't on the windows. It just seemed
Listen,
more.
we still
livable.
saw some things.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We saw some things, and that whole corner kind of smells like urine right there by the sign.
Yeah,
But
yeah, it was a little off-putting.
yeah,
But
that was-
yeah, we got the picture by the sign. Of course, didn't see anybody cruising because I don't know, maybe it's
Arlott
too
got
close-
into a debate with a
too
homeless
close to
man on a
show.
wheelchair, something of that nature.
Yeah, we found out that cruising into Whittier, we did find out that the 10 blocks leading up to that, the entire neighborhood, all 10 blocks, is a big old yard sale or
Yeah,
a flea
It
market.
is a big old yard.
It's literally just
Yeah.
crap laid out on the sidewalks and trunks.
yeah.
not
Of course,
talking about, like, Tent
of course,
City.
all you guys who live out there, y'all probably not news to you guys. Y'all already know, but it's
That's new to us. We don't do that down here in
yeah,
Florida.
it's a little different. It's a little different for us.
Was it what you guys were expecting?
Yes.
In regards to the
Just the area and the way it looked.
Yes.
yeah. It was cool. It was lit up. We got some really good pictures there. The 3 of us and Peyton had been out there before. Nobody else on the crew had been out there. So,
Yeah, so we kind of know what to expect. And,
yeah, it was cool.
Yeah.
Like I said, last time we were out there, it was 2:30 or
Peyton,
11:30 at night.
Peyton didn't have to stay in the car with it,
it was-
with his foot on the brake and gas.
Yeah.
Super sketchy. Last time we were out, super sketchy.
And then we did the super touristy thing and went and saw the Fast and the Furious house for Peyton
Yeah, we did.
Tyler.
We saw
We
Dom's
did. Dude,
house
we-
and the
we-
diner.
Family.
We realized that they filmed that entire movie in like 3 blocks.
Seriously.
Where the chase scene was,
Yeah.
that hill, we were on the hill. The hill goes down to the restaurant where we had the tuna fish sandwich without
Yeah,
crust.
no crust.
Peyton reminded us.
Yeah, which is like you can see the house from the restaurant there,
awesome.
or you see the restaurant.
They
from
made
the
that
house.
movie like, all right, we are low on budget, so like 2,
And then
maybe 3 square blocks. We're gonna start
Yeah,
there.
and then Dodger Stadium, where the movie opens up,
Yeah.
it's right there. So it's
Oh, nice.
So
it's all.
you got the 8 of us and Peyton, right?
And
the 8 of
Tyler-
us.
Tyler was excited. about
Was he?
that, too.
Okay. I hear from the back of the van, this 15-passenger van. It's like a half a block long. I hear Peyton chirps up with his little voice. He's like, the Fast and the Furious house is right around the corner. And I'm like, what? The Fast and the Furious, it's Dom's house is right around the corner. All right, well, let's go check it out.
Yeah, that was the day we had to kill. We had nothing to do, so we did the tourist thing. We drove around
How many times
Peyton-
did Dean say family?
A lot. I think everybody said it.
a lot.
Now, Peyton is Trent's son. For those of you who don't know him too well, he doesn't talk much, but he is an almanac for some of the most useful and useless car, plane, and location information. He's like a Google, but like budget. So it's like the Wish brand Google,
Yeah.
but it's accurate.
I think it's the Temu brand, right?
Yeah, it is. It is. That's why he
Sounds
just.
Temu.
I didn't ask you anything, and from the back of the van, family.
That's how that went.
I actually yelled it. You remember there was two even more touristy people than us who were out on the sidewalk taking pictures, and we drove by. I yelled, "Family!"
I do remember. Oh man, but that pretty much summed up the day one.
Yeah, we went. Well, we hit up later that night. We went to what was it, the Santa Monica Pier?
Yeah, we stayed in Santa Monica, so we went to the pier there and ate at the Cheesecake Factory. It was whatever.
Well, I was excited about that because I dipped my toes in the Pacific first time.
Yeah, I had no desire for that.
It was funny. Like I go walking down. I'm on the
Arguably,
beach.
the only time your toes become exposed to the public at all.
Yeah. But I'm walking down. I'm walking down on the beach, and I take my sand, and everybody's standing on the steps. They're like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, I'm gonna go put my toes in the Pacific. Why? The way I can say I touched the Atlantic, the Gulf of Mexico, and the Pacific. Next thing you know, like 2 or 3 other dudes come walking down, take their shoes off. Like, all right, that's not a bad idea.
You've
Just say we
influenced
did
them.
it.
You got to
not
make
me.
it official.
Yeah, make it official.
That water's
I'm out.
cold.
It wasn't.
It's cold.
I
It
literally
was like,
bro,
I would do that one time. Stingray.
I'm out.
I hand on the Bible. There was a homeless
like
person 3 feet to my right, and I had to
Soaping up.
step over a dead pigeon. He did my toes in the Pacific Ocean.
This is the fancy Santa Monica pier.
Kate was literally like, "Hey, watch out for that bird." I'm like, "What bird?" Oh, it's the car. Let me just detour right around this thing.
Dead pigeon. Well, that message did not get delivered.
I'm wondering if the homeless person had anything to do with the pigeon, the dead pigeon.
Listen, don't judge.
Not judging. Everybody's got to eat.
Anyway, day two was why we really went out there. The main reason we went out to LA was to go back to the Peterson. Most of the guys hadn't been to the Peterson, and the Gypsy Rose was still there.
Outstanding. Outstanding.
Legacy was still in there, and they put El Rey back in there.
Yeah, I didn't. I thought El Rey was on tour again. But
As did I.
I stand corrected.
But, no, it's back in
Had
there.
them all in a nice little row.
Yep.
We got some pretty cool pictures from that. We'll put them up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
One of us in front of each one of those iconic lowriders.
Yeah.
I'll
They
see
pulled
that.
They pulled that big round door out,
Put it up top.
put it up top.
As if it wasn't big enough, they had to
display.
put it 2 feet up on the stand.
Dude,
Yeah.
that car
So big.
is massive.
It's daunting. It's
It
just,
is
it's
massive. It's the size of a garbage truck. Like, it's a big ass car.
Yeah,
It's
all hand
it's
built.
large.
And
And it's a one of one.
well, see, we got was it you with me when we
They
got
built a
corrected
certain
about
amount
that?
of engines
Yes.
and chassis.
Yeah, they
Yes,
had
we read the thing, and it said that like 2,100 of these things were produced.
and I said, "Oh, there's 2,100 of these," and the little Peterson guy was like, "No, there's one of these," and I'm like, "What?" And that's when he goes in to explain that they made the chassis and the motor, and then you had to go out like, "This is your car.
Yeah.
You have to go find somebody to build the
Almost
coach."
like almost like
Yeah.
carriage
So
builders back in the
there's
day.
like
It's a one
21
of one.
there's 2,100 of those chassis and motor combinations built, but that car itself is a one of
one-off
one.
body.
Yeah.
And then he goes on to tell us the story of it was in
Elegant,
India.
elegant.
Yeah, and Indian or Persian prince or something.
Had the car
The car.
built, right?
Never saw it come to fruition.
Never laid eyes on the car himself.
I wonder what that cost
Never made it out
him
of the country.
back in the day, and then what that translates to now.
A lot.
I would love to know if they had those numbers, just what he purchased it for and what he spent on it and what that translates in today's.
So it's got the round door. They call it the round door car.
Yep.
And then the round window,
Which
that
it
splits.
splits.
It doesn't roll down. It rolls like this and opens up that way with the little bar in the middle. Just incredible.
It's a true testament
craftsmanship.
to just art and human ingenuity with just making just an elegant, eclectic, vehicle that you don't even want to almost drive. You just want to look at it and just
Drive
keep.
the bejesus out of that thing.
I mean, I would too, but I mean, you could just put it this way. That's the second time I saw it, and I noticed so much more the second time around. And honestly, if I saw it a third time, it would be the same thing.
I didn't.
I would
It's
notice
gotta
more.
it's
and
gotta
more.
be all of 20 plus feet long.
Oh, it's huge, dude. It's a massive car. Massive car.
It's big.
And tall. It ain't just long.
Yeah, no, it's
it's
tall.
wide and tall.
It's one of those, like, you remember like the old Tom and Jerry cartoons where they had like the rich cat would show up and they had this
7 mile long front end.
Yeah, like exaggerated car. That's the car. Like, it's not exaggerated. It's just that big.
Like legit, the front fenders, you take them off, and they're taller. They're probably as tall as you.
Yeah, they're huge car.
But that was cool. The Peterson was cool, I guess. We got to see a lot of stuff.
What else was in the Peterson? We had the Tesla exhibit and the Porsche exhibit.
Corner
which
where
Peyton was
Biggie
big into.
saw the corner where Biggie was
Yep. The big-
taken
we
down.
did that the last
R.I.P.
time, too.
B.I.G.
So pass that again. What else do we have? in
Hats
the
off to
Peterson?
when Rap passed away.
And then 2 days later, 3 days later, we passed by where Pac was shot in Vegas.
Yeah.
So
You
Again,
guys,
we'll
you
get
guys
to
have
that.
anything to do
When
with that guy
Rap
getting
passed
arrested?
away.
You were out in Vegas when that happened, right?
I'm not gonna. I can't comment on
Okay,
anything.
I understand.
Neither confirm nor deny. But yeah, so then then we cruised around. We ate at Fat Burger and cruised around LA for a little bit, and then we
What we do?
Hit
Fat Burger, In-N-Out.
Not a fan, dude. Not a fan of In-N-Out at all.
Which one was In-N-Out again? What was that little corner joint we did right at the end?
Fat Burger.
Fat Burger.
Was it Fat Burger?
That joint
I
was
love oof.
solid. And
Expensive.
On
I will
point.
take Florida.
Do they still say on fleek?
Get your shit together and get an In-N-Out burger down here.
Listen,
please.
when
Or Jack in the Box.
What
Sorry,
movie?
Jack in the Box.
what year did Fast and the Furious come out?
2001.
2001. 2001. The guy told homeboy to go to Fat Burger and get a burger and fries for $2.99.
Not so much anymore.
$22.99.
22 decimal points in the wrong spot.
Yes.
Here's the funny part.
Yes.
Made $5
There's
look cheap.
zero exaggeration in that price right there.
I got pictures of the menu.
What you
'cause
got? A burger and a fry? That'll be $27.50.
Yeah.
Oh, you want a sweet tea?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
God.
What's your credit score look like?
I made the mistake of getting a chocolate shake. My bill started with a 3.
Oof. Crazy.
Yeah.
But it was good. It was a good
It was,
burger.
it was good. It was a good
R.I.P.
burger.
to my wallet.
And
But,
that we had at Fat Burgers in Beverly Hills.
Beverly
Oh,
Hills.
that may be why it was so much, but we were literally at the bottom of the hills, like right there on the main drag,
Across
right by the
across
sign.
yeah.
And every other vehicle, literally every other vehicle was a G wagon.
If anybody is wondering or curious out there, it's been a couple of weeks since the trip. Our cholesterol is now all leveled back out. Yeah. We are back in safe ranges.
Dean speaking for himself on that one.
That's true.
Thank you, COVID.
Yeah, you
pressure
could.
was through the
You're
roof.
right. You could see a G wagon, count to like 30, 45. Another G wagon's rolling by.
Wow.
There were so many. Does anybody play video games like Grand Theft Auto?
Hmm?
You know how you go to a certain spot in Grand Theft Auto and you only see 4 types of cars, and
Yeah.
you go 10 blocks over and it's 4.
That's
what
The
it was.
spot we were was the G wagon, Mercedes,
And Porsche.
corner. And it was literally that's it. Every other car was a G wagon.
That's it. That's all it was.
Like
G-Wagon,
it was
G-Wagon,
ridiculous.
G wagons and Teslas. G wagons and Model Ys or X's or whatever the Gullwing one is. But yeah, and then the 4-hour trek, the should have been 4-hour trek to Vegas took 6 hours.
Why?
Traffic, LA traffic.
Traffic and the lack of overdrive.
Dean just said why, like he didn't notice.
I did. I
you
kind of
sleeping?
checked out. I checked out.
Excuse me.
He was broken, remember?
Going back in
that's
there.
right, that's right.
This day 2 now, where we're in Beverly Hills in the Peterson. That's when Dean realized that maybe, just maybe, he should go to the doctor and get his eyes checked out because the hoe couldn't see anything.
Facts.
It started in one eye. I'm like, oh, man, I got some eyeball. The next day, both my eyes swollen, red, and boogery.
Looked like Towley from South Park.
I had to carry around a rag to wipe out eye boogers for 2 days.
Yeah.
Maybe I got some pink eye. I went in there and
Sasquatch is
diagnosed
broken.
myself.
Yeah.
And the doctor's just listening to me and looking at me and goes, yeah, that's about what you got.
Yeah. He figured out how to use Google.
Yeah.
There's the one thing he could Google. He wakes up the next morning. He's like, yo, I think I got pink eye.
Right.
I feel attacked. That is some real
He's
shit.
probably Googled it and he's like, hey, I got that. I do have that.
Bro, I went
Man,
down
I
the
got
list.
that too.
I went down the list. Listen, I went down the list. I had one of two things. It was either pink eye or the Tibetan flu. So I'm pretty sure I had pink eye.
Well, while we're cruising around Beverly Hills, finding you a doctor in the middle of the morning,
Yeah.
an emergency care.
Self-pay, by the way, at one doctor, like a little, not even an urgent care, just like a regular ass hole-in-the-wall clinic. Self-pay was $500 just to see the doctor. $5 million. I will die. I will just die.
This fool, we pull up to the urgent care and it's right there. And we gets out of the van and he just looks up and he goes, What do I do now?
Go inside and ask for the doctor.
Who grabbed my shoulders and aimed me at the
Harlot.
He just went here, Bubba. And he did this number and he kind of patted my ass. He goes, "You got it." I went, "It's up there." He goes, "It's up there, big guy." And you know he said big guy and he went, "Pat, pat." And I went, "All right." So he walked up. Bro, I was disoriented. I had fat boogie eyes.
Just watch your big ass get out of the van and just look at it and just go, what do I do now?
I heard somebody in the back of the van say, "Why is he looking up?"
Oh, man. That's funny.
Maybe. I was a little disoriented.
And somehow I got blamed for your pink eye. I'm not sure how that happened yet.
How many people on that plane got pink eye?
Nobody, just
Definitely the woman sitting to the right of me that everybody said I'd have her number in 5 minutes.
so. Will ended up with the Rona.
And if not, she'd probably
Dean
gonna get
had
it.
double pink eye. Ryan had the flu.
Why you gotta say double pink? I didn't have single. He had
Yeah,
double.
pink eye in all the eyes. And somehow this guy was like, "Oh, Trent, you got everybody sick with my common cold 3 weeks prior to our
It was
trip."
you, yeah.
What the? That doesn't even make sense. The math don't add up.
It mathed. It fucking mathed.
That math don't
And
math.
Justin was with you guys, and he was perfect.
Perfectly fun.
But you want to talk about that?
Oh, yeah,
Jesus
the gas prices, man. Man, all the guys that live out there in Cali, man,
I want to talk about prices.
I don't know how you do
so
in
many
general.
Teslas.
I don't know how you do them gas prices.
$7.39 for regular.
Oh, God.
I'm walking everywhere.
$7.99
Everywhere.
for
We're out here flipping out when it hits $4.
and then
We're out here flipping out when it hits $3.60.
Yep.
when we were cruising around looking for a doctor, we went through
It just still
Not-
says 315. I'm still freaking out.
not the best of neighborhoods, right? And these houses were small houses with bars on the window and kind of run down. And Harold Harlot, he's from that area, and he's like, "Oh, that's a $1.3 million house." I'm like, "Dude, there ain't no way."
Yeah, I'm like that sounds
No
very
way.
specific and accurate.
He pulls up
Zillow.
the Zillow, and in the neighborhood we're in, pulls up a house, 900 square feet, 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, $1.3 million.
Y'all never watch HGTV?
Like, how does anybody live out there?
My husband's a farmer. I'm a waitress. Our budget is 3.2 million.
I sharpen colored pencils. Yeah.
Yeah, I sharpen colored pencils. Our budget's 900,000. We're trying to find something quaint.
I couldn't believe I couldn't believe it, bro.
Oh, stomp on it. A-Town stomp, baby. Go ahead.
You got cockroaches. No, don't kick it this way, Tim.
I don't know, is that bad luck in the new show?
I don't know.
At Chico.
He made love to my leg.
I don't know if I mushed him or not.
Listen, as long as it's not a pigeon or a dove that's going to attack me, we're fine.
You're good. It's not a pigeon or dove.
Anyway, so then we had the crazy prices and the the roach made me lose my thought.
I have to edit that out.
Anyway,
Excuse me, we're having some technical difficulties.
6 hours to Vegas.
6 hours to Vegas. That sucked, but we got there.
It wasn't terrible.
It was
drive
a
through
lot
the
of
desert.
laughs.
A lot of laughs. What do we?
We got there, and then of course, it took so long. We
are you
thought we were
giggling
gonna have
about?
just
Scott B speaking pig Latin.
Scott will listen. I worked with Scott for a year and a half. That man will take any saying and not only fuck it up horrendously, he will say it backwards.
Bad backwards, bro.
He
was talking about the
any
fast
saying,
lane,
and then he gets
goes,
angry, and he's like, "You know what I'm talking about."
He was talking about the fast lane, and he goes, "Yeah, just hop in the last lane." And we're like,
the
what?
left turn lane. The Lerntanes.
I was like, what did you?
Bro,
are you speaking
his son
pig Latin?
Tyler. Every time he does it, his son Tyler just puts his head down, shakes his head. He goes, "I know." He does it at home too. Like
Bro,
The Lerntanes.
mixing up everything.
it got to a point after a year and a half of working with him. Like he would say something, and I would just be staring at him, and he would look over as he's driving and go, "I fucked it up too."
Well, then Harlot started talking in Scott, so we would understand. Switching around the first letters of each word. He's like, let me say it so Scott understands.
Lerntanes. Oh man.
Will managed to curb every corner with
Yeah.
the right rear tire.
Yep.
He attacked
in
every curve
California.
in California.
It got to a point where he would hit it and he would instantly bounce off it and say, "Shut the fuck up." I don't want to hear it.
It's a lot of van.
It's a lot of van.
This is a lot of
It was a lot of van.
We had to check the tire. We were afraid of the sidewall was just
It
gone.
was all right.
Well, Transmission was gone. Might as well. Don't need a tire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That stupid van. Then we thought we were going to have enough time, plenty of time to, check in and return the van, all that stuff. Well, since it took 6 hours, we're pushing the limits. So we returned it at 12:30 instead of before 12. Thankfully, I don't think they charged me an extra day. And I didn't have time to get gas in it, right? We passed the gas station, but it was on the wrong side. It was expensive. It looked trashy, so we're going to get the next one.
It looked expensive. Had we known,
Yeah.
we'd have made that turn.
Yeah. So we get there, and I'm like, man, it's got a half a tank. I passed the last gas station and realized the last gas station, it is what it is.
I'm sorry. You're
it's
like,
like-
I'm sorry. Just accept that.
Yeah, he's like, man, they charge for this gas. I said, I know, man. Just put on a credit card. He's like, man, that's gonna be like $300.
$12 a gallon.
Let me get those keys back.
What they charge us for
Yeah,
gas.
$12. He says it's gonna be $12 a gallon. I said, damn.
Hold up. Wait a minute. What did you just say?
Something ain't right.
But hey, I still haven't seen that bill come through. So hey, maybe they just forgot about it.
I ain't gonna forget about $12.
You said that.
I don't know. It's been a hot minute.
My man's gonna be our one subscriber out, and he's gonna be like, God, yeah, I
Got him.
forgot about that.
Got him.
Get
He
him.
came down with pink eye, and he's just healing up right now. He'll be back to work.
Yeah, dude, we got back, man. Everybody was sick. Everybody got sick.
Yeah.
Like, Justin, you fared well.
Me and
You
Scott were
got the corona. Mm-hmm. So everybody got something.
Yeah.
Ryan had the flu. Damn near took
Got
him
the
out.
flu.
with
I had
his
pink
little
eye
self.
and a sore throat. Ryan got the flu.
Pink
You
eye
got
in
corona.
both eyes. Both eyes.
Both us.
Both eyes. Double pink eye.
You couldn't have had more
Dose.
pink eye.
Harlod was out of work for what, a week?
Yeah, he had the. What do you have? The,
Yeah, he was sick too. with the flu.
he didn't test for the Rona, but it's either the Rona or the flu that
No,
Ryan had.
he actually got the Tibetan flu. So that's what he got.
He was
But
laid up.
yeah, so then we got to Vegas and we met up with the boys from
Goodfellas?
from
Goodfellas
Indy,
guys?
Goodfellas. Yeah, Kurt, who's on the podcast, and a bunch of other guys.
Good time.
They were a good time. They were all funny. They were all friendly. They were all good people.
One of them might have ended up in the lobby of the casino
In his underwear
in his underwear,
ready to party.
looking to fight somebody outside.
for no reason.
Didn't know who. Just
It was eventful.
What about the older
drunk in
lady
his
he was
chonies,
dancing
walking
with?
around the
Oh
Harrows.
yeah. He found himself a 70-year-old and was trying to
Yeah.
have a good time.
God, you know she got good 401k.
You don't know that at all. She might have been there because she's fresh out of money. She's trying to hit
true.
it big in Vegas.
That's true. But Vegas was cool, man. Saw a lot of cool lowriders in Vegas.
Yeah. We're gonna delve into this on the next 30-minute episode here, but
Yeah.
at the show, the quality of vehicles out there, like their daily drivers are our show quality. Like it's ridiculous, man.
Yeah.
Like it makes you sick to your stomach. You
They're
go in there-
daily drivers that are like full-fledged show vehicles down here. They're clapping back bumper just for funsies.
I got a couple
On a
pictures of
street.
that one, the green 58.
Yeah.
And he was the first one to go in the hop.
No, that was 57. Yeah, the
Was it the
57.
57
yeah.
one? And he was the first one to go, and
Just-
it's
just
full
tapping
show.
ass.
Green. The entire car has got patterns on it.
Gold. It's got some serious tuck. My word, that thing has got some nasty. It's rolling white wall.
And he popped it off the ground like it was. That's cute. It's my old beater.
Yep. Puts it in reverse.
Yeah.
Backs it up to just park it, and everyone just lines up and just stays by it. I'm like, Jesus, man. It made me so depressed. I came home. The first thing I did is burn my Cadillac. Burn it right to the ground. I said, this piece of shit ain't gonna do nothing.
Well, that's like Nathan Adair and his Isuzu. The first time I saw that,
Give up.
he's got
How's
the
your
same Isuzu as
Isuzu?
mine.
Give up.
I walked up to him and I was like, "Hey man, this is your car?" He's like, "Hey." He goes, "Yeah." I said, "I got the same truck at home, and as soon as I get home, I'm throwing it away." Like,
Yeah.
thank you for ruining all my dreams. I appreciate you. I'm out.
He was just like, thank you. I think.
He's actually a really cool guy.
That's a solid dude.
Well, we'll get into Vegas here in the next 30-minute episode. But for now, hey, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. We'll catch you on the next one.
If you're in LA, check out the Peterson for sure.
100%.
100%. Check it out.
100.